going on, Tamer? It's your boys, the host of DigiPod, the digital podcast. Today we got Gino with me in the studio. There's no Lewis. He already scrubbed out. We already kicked him out because these last two pods are terrible, and we have to get rid of him. Already. Just cut him loose.
The real
already,
thing is that he doesn't have his invite yet. So like until he gets his invite, he's off pod.
yeah. He got one more chance, which is this upcoming weekend. This weekend will be the end of June, basically, which is, what is that? 27th and 28th. Supposedly he has two regionals, so let's see if he's able to get us his invite within season one. If not, we gotta find a new co-host, a third one, because we can't have you having losers up in here with us,
Absolutely. So in conclusion, if you have your invite, hit us up. We're gonna start taking resumes.
We'll take some applications,
write down your feats. Yeah. Let us know how many tops you got. I'm kidding. We love those.
Oh my god, that'd be funny. Oh man. Speaking of stuff, I started a new workout plan. Hopefully, let's see if we can make it last longer than a month without my knee like breaking on me. That's usually what happens.
Sheesh.
That's what happens when you have a bunch of sports injuries, life, and then you get older and you don't deal with them.
No, I feel that. Low key, like when I worked at a restaurant for 10 years, and we weren't allowed to sit at all, and I would just work like double shifts all the time, and so I'd be standing on a hard tile for like 8 to 10 hours a day, and like, dude, I cannot like stand normally anymore. Like for like long periods of time, like I can feel it, and I'm like, I just know that this is like between growing up playing a lot of soccer and then that, it's like my legs just cannot do it anymore, man. We're getting old here on DigiPod, the digital podcast.
Unfortunately, we don't age backwards, that's for sure.
Rip. I want to de-digivolve.
That'd be great. I wouldn't mind right now with my knees sometimes and back. But yeah. True. Besides us being old, we're here to talk about Digimon as per usual. Locals, or for my case, Ulti Cup at least. I did this weekend's Ulti Cup, which wasn't too bad. It was the online one, so they do like the 64-man pods or whatever it is. I think in total it was like 280 something. I think it was. I know I hit like the 200s. I don't remember the exact number, but it was still pretty cool. I ended up going 4-2 with Shine Greymon. Got 10th place in it. Not too bad. Could have been better for sure. I only played against 3 decks. So 6 rounds, only 3 decks is very interesting to me. It's kind of funny. Breakdowns were basically 3 Veal Stars, 2 B-Break, and then 1 Siracco. Round 1 turned out to be B-Break. He seemed like he was a little newer to the game. Like, he might have just like scooped up 2 starters, and then he might have the URs as needed in the BT25 cards as well. I don't know. I didn't see them. I just know that I remember doing a slight misplay, and I was like, oh, because I thought he was gonna have something. So I was like, all right, let me just play a little safer than I should. And he didn't have it, and I was like, oh, okay. So like I evoed in the back or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It was something like normally you wouldn't do in Shine, whatever. But I was just like, just in case he blows us up, I don't want to lose this stack because I only have 1 rookie, 1 champion. I think that's what it was. And I expected him to climb up and like pull me down to like, maybe 0, or if he had an OTK me, whatever. He didn't. So then it kind of put me in a weird spot because I had to like play with a champion in the back that's not the Geo Gray you want to be evoing in the back, the one that lets you free evo into Rise. And so I ended up getting there. I got the game eventually. It was a little shaky because I was like I said, I expected to see certain things I just didn't see. So that almost cost me the game the way it was played. And then game 2, I ended up just OTK and dumb fast. I had the whole line, burst mode, everything. 0 checks, 5 checks, and then go for game. Pretty quick on that one. Round 2, I ended up running into Medusa. That was a 2-1 loss, unfortunately. Game 1, I cook him. I saw everything, got it. Game 2, I was about to cook him again. All I needed was a second Marcus, and I would have won because I had the burst mode combo and everything. I just didn't see the 8001 Marcus and Agu, unfortunately, and I ended up losing that game because of that. Because I put everything into it. I expect them to draw into it at least, and then you could just hard slam it, whatever. It was a play where I could have went the way like it played out. I could have suspended BT13 Marcus twice to get 2 memory off of it, and then like hard drop an Agu to search better. But I ended up not doing it. I went to 2 and I did training and didn't find a Marcus, and I was like, yeah, now I'm cooked. So maybe that like second or third, the third or fourth card, I would have found it. I don't remember if I actually like looked once I lost or anything. I don't think so. But they ended up cooking me. And then in game 3, it was a weird back and forth, but then I ran out of Rise Greymons. That's usually like the one of the go-to losses when you're playing Shine is when you don't see your second or third Rise Greymon, the goated one at least. And then so then I ended up getting cooked because of that. He got to the side rack and put me a 0, and I was like, great, I don't have another Rise Greymon in hand, and that's all she wrote for that one. Round 3, I played against my first Buell Star of the day. I ended up winning that one 2-1. Game 1, I saw 0 Marcus, 0 options, 0 anything. It was just straight up Digimon hand, and I evo all the way to the back until I Rise Greymon. I ended up drawing into a Marcus off of that, and then I went into 8001 Shine, played Marcus, and then like I ended up doing a little bit, but I was just kind of like two behind on the setup. And so he ended up getting game 1 relatively fast because he dealt with the Shine, and then I had nothing basically after that. Game 2, I didn't OTK him. I went into Ruru mode, did the neg 10k on him, and then put him to like 4 or 5 memory. I don't remember what it was. It might have been 5 because he had the Asuna, and I didn't allow him to do the Asuna play, and he had nothing he could do. Regardless, I had Shine, something like that. I don't remember right now. It was something along the lines I went into Ruru mode, and he couldn't play the game. And he was furious that he couldn't play the game that turn. And then I ended up winning the following turn after that. Because he was at 2 security. I just go drop Rise, make Marcus Alliance, swing Evo, play Marcus, go for game. And so game 3, it was a little bit back and forth. He was going through his potential OTK combo. And the irony of what's about to happen is that in game 1, he was like, do you just scoop it up if you don't see your Marcuses? And I was like, and this, mind you, he said this like prior to like no checks, anything. We're still just playing, starting the game off, feeling each other out when it comes to our decks and what's going on with our hands. And I was like, nah, why would I scoop it up? Because you might swing into it. He was like, well, I trash all 5 of your security. I was like, you don't trash all 5 security. You just at least one swing in there that's gonna happen. That's gonna connect. So fast forward, that was a little foreshadowing because game 3, he's going full combo. He trashes my top 2 security. He swings with Buell Star. Buell Star hits a Shine Greymon and dies. And he crashes out about it, and I win the following turn basically. And so that's all it was for that one. Round 4, I think that is now. Yeah, round 4, I ran into another B break. He was a little bit more, I could tell you he played the deck a little bit more, but the downside was he was not seeing his like main pieces, I felt like, because he just kept dropping the rookies to search. And I was like, ooh, like I could wait one more turn because I don't think he's got it. Like I purposely waited another turn, played a DigiGuard just to see if he's gonna happen. Like I could have like popped off the following turn, but I was like, I'll wait to have more gas. I could guarantee OTK. And that's basically what happened. And then game 2, same thing. I just had everything and he just didn't have anything. Went for the OTK, went for game. And then round 5, I played against another Buell Star. Shout out to one of our guys from DGU from the Discord. Oh my god, I forget his name right now. I'm so sorry. It's he's good player. God damn, I can't believe I forget his name right now. I'm gonna have to look it up. I know his the TCG app name. It was Brell. That's his name. Or Bren. Shit. Now I'm forgetting. Now I'm confusing myself. Anyways, I know who he is. We also met in person.
I
So
played
cool
against
dude.
someone that I know.
Yes, I know him. I'm out looking the Discord real quick just because while I'm talking about it. That one ended up being a 2-1 win for him. Game 1, I don't. It wasn't like an OTK. Like I didn't OTK him at all. I know there was a bit of a back and forth. He didn't see maybe I think a second bind red trigger. Might have been what it was, and he couldn't OTK me. And so I dealt with his stack, and I think I went ruin mode, and he couldn't do anything, something like that. And then I just won the following turn around something like that, similar to that. Game 2, yeah, it was game 2. I basically have full combo, but I wanted to get greedy and go for a guaranteed OTK because he ended up letting a Agumon live on board, and I had an Agumon in back. And he gave me like 3 memories, something like that. And so like it's like I have full combo all the way up the line. I think I might even have a burst mode or room mode. But I know if I swing with this rookie first, I'm gonna have game. He has a Black God on board. I swing with Agu. Or no, I emote into the Geo Gray first. And I thought about it, I was like, if I swing right now, I can get this off. I can guaranteed gain this turn, basically. Something like that. That was the thought process. He goes Beostar Ace. I was just like, no effing way. Beostar Ace ends up killing both my Digimon. My turn ends, and he just wins. I don't know if it was the next turn. It might have been the next turn. And I was just like, brother, Ace? Like, in today's world, I was like, I saw the Ace at first. I was like, all right, I'm fine. I'm going to get the overflow. The problem is I couldn't deal with it or something like that. Whatever my hand wasn't there. Oh, because it wasn't the goated Rise Gray. I had either the play tamer or the BT17 one. I really like the BT17 one for certain situations, but in that situation and against that deck, that's not the Rise you want to ever see, in my opinion. And so he ended up getting that. Oh no, Gino died. And so we I ended up having a hard brick, and I got cooked because I couldn't play the game at all. I had all it was all Marcus's, and then what's it called? And then like a shine or something like that. I was like, yep, I ain't playing the game today. So then I'm going 4-2. Oh yeah. Next round, I play against another Beostar. That one went. I won game 1 pretty fast. Game 2, he won fast, and then game 3, he was a little slower at the gates, and then I just ended up winning because I had everything. The one thing by that time, like I played enough. I played against enough. What's it called? I played against enough Beostar to know that like Rise Greymon is the MVP of that matchup. I mean, it's the MVP in like any matchup, but specifically in that one, that Rise right there is so important to the game because when you're playing against Beostar, you have to be aggro as AF against him. Like, there's no questions about like if you're able to do 2 quick checks on him, just do it so you can just set up for following game. Put him down as much security as low as possible because there's a chance they might not OTK you, and they can't OTK you because they're kind of playing around your shine, or they have to figure out a way to deal with the shine first, and like the way, you know, they have to combo. As long as you have another Rise and another Shine Greymon, you're still good to go because you can just make the instant clap back, and you don't have to worry about you know, building another stack that allows you, even if you're giving them, you know, anywhere between like 3 to 5 memory or whatever it is, like it's still, it doesn't matter because you continuously to have board control when it comes to that deck, that matchup.
It's crazy to me that you played nothing but meta. Like, most of the time in Ulti Cup, like people tend to like hang loose a little bit and like play more fun stuff, or like not even fun stuff, but like slightly more like rogue stuff. Like, because, you know, Ulti Cup doesn't get you an invite to Nats. Like, you're just getting those special prizings. which is still great to strive for, right? But like a lot of the times you end up running into like weird stuff in Ulti Cup. So it's crazy to me that you ran into nothing but like meta players.
Yeah, agreed. Nah, it was definitely crazy that I ended up running into that. It is what it is. But yeah, it was still good. It wasn't that bad. I realized it wasn't like a top 8 prize and you have to be top 4. So basically top 4 you have to be X1. And I definitely could. I felt like I could have definitely been X1. It was just, if I would have remembered about Beostar Ace, I could have definitely played around it. I would have been all right. Unfortunately, at that moment, the greed took over, and I was like, I'll worry about the Black God when I get there. And it should have been the reverse. I should have dealt with the Black God immediately, because ironically that happened to me before. Because who was it? Our boy Jarrell plays, Beostar. He Beostar aced me off of God one time. I was like, sure, I guess it's possible, but I didn't even think about it in like, in a more competitive setting that they would do that as well. Noticeably, that is a trend that they are running like a one of now, the Beostar Ace. So it's something to always keep in the back of your mind. If you see a Black God on board, that thing could turn into a Beostar Ace and mess up your whole plays.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on that now. How do you feel about Ultimate Cup pods? I kind of like them, honestly. I think it makes the day go by a lot faster.
It makes it easier. It makes it go faster. I fucks with it, honestly. I like it.
Same here.
I don't mind it, especially when it's a the Ulti Cups, unfortunately, is just not as big of prizing as it was prior. Because like prior, it was like participation, top 128, top 64, top 32, top 16, and then it was like top 4 and then 1 or whatever it was. Right. So now with them just having like 3 cards, it's not that bad as much. And it, like, I was done by 5, I think it was. So, not too bad.
Yeah, it's great for like a big event like that, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's what, probably 4 pods, right?
I think so, yeah.
So that's good. I know. Tell us what you guys think of the comments, but I'm a big fan of the pods. I think it makes things faster, smoother. I think it's easier to top because now you're not against, 4 times as many players. Like,
true, in that aspect, yeah.
Right? Like, I'm cool with it. It's also fun when, like, if I had played in this Ultimate Cup, I didn't, obviously. But if I had, there's a chance that me and Dan...
JJR Bennis, that's his name on the Discord.
You found him. Okay, you found him.
Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at the name, because in my head, I'm like picturing the letters, because I remember the double J in the front. I was like, there's something, what is it? I just forgot who it was. Yeah, shout out to him. Great player.
Yeah, I've played against him a couple times. He's a good player. So what I was saying though is, if me and Dan both play an Ultimate Cup, we can both win the same Ultimate Cup event because we're in different pods. So like if you got homies,
last time I think wasn't the last time we got stuck in the same pod?
No, we had different pods last time. Remember, because I played. You played like one of everything, and I played like 3 of the same deck.
All Royal Knights, I think it was. I think it was all Royal Knights, right?
It was something else.
It was something like that though, right?
Something meta, yeah. Where like my whole day was just playing whatever the meta was.
It was something crazy.
But yeah, Ulti Cup's cool. I wish I had played an Ulti Cup, but I kind of forgot about it, and then I just ended up watching World Cup all day, and I beat the Digimon Atmon game. So I had a good Saturday.
I do miss like the bigger, not that it has to be bigger, but like the your top 128, top 32, and stuff like that. Because it just gave you more than what it is now. I guess because like they started doing that with the cross, so it's like, how much can you fit for Xiaomon? Like you got Xiaomon, and then you got, I think King Xiaomon was one of them, and then the other one was a
cross 4, cross 5,
Xiaomon cross 7,
cross
something
6,
like that.
Cross 7.
Maybe, I don't remember what it was. And unfortunately, same with Gamon. Even though he has a whole line, they could have easily did that, but all they give they give is Guri, I think Guri, Gamma, and then they skip Beto, go to Canna Wise, and then the winner is a Sirius.
Yeah.
And then they could have made Proxima, like, even though Proxima is not really a played card, but Proxima could have been the winner, and then like Sirius top 4 or whatever, and then top 16 would have been whatever,
I agree.
It is what
it is. Also, like, I guess it feels a little less prestigious too to say I topped a 64-man pod than to say I topped a 200-man Ultimate Cup, right?
Yeah.
So it can go either way.
That's why when I mentioned like, yeah, I got 10 plays, like, oh, that's awesome. Is it? Like, you know. But yeah,
no,
it
is.
Cool.
It's I mean, what is it, 4-2? Like that's not nothing.
Yeah. It's something.
Exactly. It's not nothing.
So. I keep getting these weird like, oh no, that one was 2-3. That was a terrible one. But yeah, I feel like I always get like a good stretch runs with Shine so far in like a tournament play, and I could just get these games where I just have these bad brick, and then it's just like oof, like missing a Marcus when I have everything else. I wouldn't count that as a bad brick at all. It is what it is. It's unfortunate. Like I'll have those games, but then I had like the games where I had against game 3 against JJ Arbennis when that was like 2-3 Marcuses, a Shine, and a burst mode. Like, what do you do with that? You just do nothing, and you get cooked by. I just wish I could get not those terrible hands, but that's what happened. Like that regional run to the store regional. Like I had some bad hands outside of you know, the 3v3. The 3v3 was straight cooking, but that day.
Like, that's kind of like the nature of Shine though. Like I feel like Shine bricks more than like most other decks. Like it's a running joke among DGU viewers if you're not aware of it. Varney Max Rarity Shine played it one time at locals and then immediately sold it because it just like bricked all night for him. Like
but back then it was terrible. Like it was a much worse deck back then. It was a way worse in the sense of consistency. Like one searcher now was there. You didn't trainings.
That was before trainings.
Might have just came out. Yeah.
I don't think they were out yet.
That was BT 13.
Yeah, BT 12 or 13, probably 13.
Trainings came out BT 14 for us because they came out. They didn't come out the same set as JP did. And so, that was pre-training. So, like, you had to live on Memboost. That means your bottom deck of your Marcuses as well. So like, it was not the best at that time. And I don't think it was the second Algu came out, the EX4. I don't think the EX4 Algu came out yet. And so that gives you at least that draw if you had it. So at that time, it was just like you're OTK or busting. And that was worse than it was. I had a good run that one time. I had I think it was like a 19th place in a regional, something like that with Sean. Also went like 7-2, I think it was, because I lost to Blackwood Greymon twice.
Nightmare matchup back then.
Cooked me. That means both of them saw the Hades Force and Blackwood Greymon every time. I was like, yeah, I'm just not winning.
Yuck. But last night was our locals, and I'll talk briefly about our locals. I won our locals. It was only 4 of us, but we ended up doing 3 rounds anyway, because generally that's just what we do. We just go, whatever, let's just play 3 rounds. So we're here to play Digimon, right? And we got done really fast, though, even though we played 3 rounds. Like, I was home before, like, 9 o'clock. Like, it was still light out when I dropped that guy off. I'm like, what the heck? I've never seen your place in the sunlight. Like, it was crazy.
This is what it looks like in the daytime.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, because like me and Jarrell was outside. It was like still bright. I was like, wow, I've never seen that this bright before.
And part of it lends to it being like deep in summer now, right? So like obviously it gets darker later, but still it felt crazy to go home in the sunlight. I won. I took Bears, Paradise Coliseum, TS, Bears, Callus Mars, whatever you want to call it. Deck's really fun. Deck's really strong. Calismon just says no to a lot of matchups. Marsmon is just a very mean card out of nowhere. Round 1, I played against Titans. And this one, I felt like it could have gone either way because I just wasn't drawing very well, or I would build... I wasn't finding Callus. I was always finding Mars, which is really bad in that matchup because if he pops Callus, then I get to just come back, Fortitude, body his whole board. But I kept finding Mars. In fact, game 1, I found 3 Mars, which is all of my Mars, and no Callus. So I run a 4-3 split. And it's just like, well, I guess we're playing with Mars and we're just going to get Titaned every turn, or Titamond every turn. And I had to do some really funky plays where he had... At one point, he ended up slamming the newest Titamon, and I couldn't remove it because Marsmon would fight it, and then it would protect itself, which would kill Marsmon because it would pitch 2 cards, and then so I like had to put myself in a weird situation where in order to remove it,
he dropped that for the full 13.
Yes. And I was just, my hand was not conducive to doing anything at the time. So I was just like, I didn't even have Mars. I had to climb up and then I found Mars. So I couldn't even drop it for 7 off of the effect or whatever. So it's just like, man, this is something. I ended up getting around it. He kept forgetting his trigger on promo Tita. So he kept forgetting that he could suspend a thing and play a thing. And since it is a you may effect, like, if you choose not to do it, I'm not going to remind you that that's an effect. Like, that's on you, buddy. And he realized that, like, usually, like, a turn later, he's like, oh, I could have played something off of this. I'm like, like, it is optional. If it wasn't optional, I would tell him, like, oh, you have to do this. But it is an optional effect, so I just assume he doesn't want to. So I think he could have gamed me at least one of those games with that. But we got there eventually with game 1. And then game 2, I did actually find Callus, which... just completely bodied him because he ended up, what did he end up doing? I ended on Callus and he slammed Tita plus Skullbalucci for 8 with the assembly, and then he killed Callus, and then I Fortitude and just removed it because it gets de-digivolved and then battled and it's just gone. And then from there I just won out. Game 2, I played against... I played you round 3, right, Dan? I think that was round 3. All right, yeah. So round 2, I played
TS.
Yep, TS pile. It's not your normal TS slop deck. He plays it very Jupiter heavy, but with like a lot of like tech choices and like puzzle pieces and stuff. So like there's a Marsmon in there, there's a couple Venus Mons, there's a couple Maruki Mons. Like he just plays the whole gamut. He's heavy on the green Aegyokus, which is interesting. It was annoying from time to time being able to immediately vortex into my stuff, especially because at one point I had to end on Grappleo and hope that my when attacking drew me the card that I needed, and it didn't, and so he ended up vortexing into it at bigger number than me, so that kind of set me back a little. But I remember game 1, I got into a situation where I ended up I had enough memory to keep turn going Marsmon on top of Great Grizzly. I battled his, I think he had Marsmon as well at that point. I go to battle his Marsmon, and he's at like 3 security, and he's looking, he's thinking, he goes, okay, barrier. He's at 3 security. I'm like, okay, Marsmon trash one, Great Grizzly trash one, and now I can just swing. He's like, barrier was not the play there. That just burned 3 security out of nowhere. It's crazy. Very funny. And then game 2, he was slow out the gates, and I kind of popped off. I had the Grappleo real early into Callus, and then if you do anything by effect, like things go south very quickly. In one of the games too, I ended up having to slam the Kiwimon. I think it was the first game. I had to slam Kiwimon for 4, suspend itself, and it kept his Marsmon locked down for a turn, so it couldn't do more damage to me the next turn. So it actually ended up coming up, which was good. And then game 3, I played against Dan. Dan bricked pretty bad. Actually, game 1, I just had the nuts. I had everything. I had the whole world. I went 2 checks with Callus because Dan's playing Diaboromon, and so I know if I can set up Callus and he can't de-digivolve it, it puts him in a really bad spot. So I swing Callus, 2 checks. I ended up having another body on the board at the time, and Paradise Coliseum, so it would get Rush because I had Callus on board, and I ended up going into Grappleo and not having a 6, but I had 3 memory, so I tapped Dan and Cannon, play In Between Theater, and found the next 6 that I needed. Then let Dan and Cannon have Grappleo swing. Evo, double Callus board is very difficult to break for a lot of decks. So it's just, that was pretty much it at that point. And then game 2, Dan ended up building all the way in the back to Infamon, I believe. And then I had established Callus. He comes out, goes into Diaboro, de-digivolves Callus, pops my other stack, swings Alliance, but I have Grappleo underneath. When he swings Alliance, he's now 13k or more, so Grappleo gets the free Evo, go into Callus, de-digivolve, battle. The game is over at that point. So we just scooped it up and moved on with our lives.
Yeah, Locals was not good. I can talk about it real quick. I was playing Diaboro because we got the arts. I've been for Diaboro, the Beach 21 one, so I've been wanting to put those in. And
yeah, the regional stuff.
Yeah, and it was just a brick fest the whole day, honestly. When you have champions and tamers that don't have any on play effects that don't do anything that helps you progress your game state, it just feels bad. That's basically what it was. Game round 1 play against TS like Gino did. And game 1 hard break. It was a double in for Diaboro hand with Armageddon on, and I'm just like fantastic. I had a errata. I had one errata, so for turn 1 I decided to drop the errata. Turn 2 I dropped CS Infirmon, give him like 5. He doesn't deal with the Infirmon. I was like, okay. So I end up evoing into Diaboro. So at this point, when I evo into Diaboro, I end up having like 2 or 3 erratas or something like that. No, it was, yeah, I think it was 3 erratas at that point. Like I ended up having full board. If I had rush, I just win that turn, you know. And I end up going with Diaboro X. I deal with his board. I do like 3 checks. And I ended up having a board of I think the CS Diaboro, 4 tokens, 3 or 4 tokens, I think it was Diaboro X, and I'm in a good spot basically. And I ended up giving him, must have been I gave him 5 because he had like a Hiroko and a Soon, I think it was, with Homeros and Dan and Ken. Like he had a lot of tamers. He ended up having tamers. And so, yeah, I put him to 5. He ended up going to like 9. Homeros. At that point, he had like double Homeros. He had in between theaters. So he ended up going to like 9 for somehow. I just remember him going. I was like, damn, like I had to put him 5 because he would have had like 2, like a free body and like free Evo. It was crazy. Like the amount of stuff he had was like, so it was, I ended up, because I ended up finding a Karamon, so I didn't hard job Makara, even to Kurisari as well, and that hard job of Kurisari put him 5. That's what it was. So my board state ended up being Diablo X with 3 or 4 tokens, double Kurisari, one with a source and one with no sources. That's what it was. So my board state is looking quite good, pretty good. He hard drops Neptune. I was just like, GG, basically.
No. Yeah, brutal.
I don't know why it took him a while. I guess he didn't realize like his effects. But he hard drops Neptune. I'm like, okay, now I debate on my Diablo X effect. If I play it out, what benefit do I get out of it? I just bottom deck my Diablo, so I just don't do it at that point. And then he drops stat and he drops something else. I'm trying to think what it was. Minerva? No, he ended up having Dianamon. He hard shots Dianamon, and I'm just like, all right, cool. So he puts me down. He puts me to like 5 memory or something like that. I end up going to like 8, something like that. And I ended up throwing because I read Dianamon's effect. And I'm like, oh great, Diablo X can still swing because this just says Digimon can't suspend if they have no sources. Or 1 or less source, whatever it is.
1 or fewer. Cool, I think,
he has 1 security. I'm like, cool. I can overclock. I'm fine. And I go drop Karamon. I go Kara X. I go Kara X. Make a token. Boom. I go tribute a token for Armageddon. And then I'm like, all right, swing. He's like, I don't think you can swing with that. I was like, I just read this goddamn card and I forgot that I can't swing with Armageddon. If I don't do that, I could Evo climb up into another Diablo and just make a good stack where I'm like all blockers at this point. Because I had the EX Diablo, and I would have been fine. Honestly, because he doesn't get through unless he hard drops another Neptune. He does all that. And then I put him to 0, call it a day. But I go Armageddon on like a dumbass, forgetting I can't swing, and that ends up ruining all the momentum I had because I didn't have enough memory at that point to continue that stack. because I would have been able to. I go Curry Star and I have the warp, the free Evo Infer, but I need a token on board to do that. And I don't pass the turn with that. And I was just like, yeah, that's game. He ends up, I think he goes into Jupiter, negs Diablo X 13k, kills it. And that was basically all she wrote for that one for game one. Then game two, I have an okay hand. I think I'm gonna get there. I have everything for the OTK. I don't see a single Diablo. I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna be the day. It looks like. And he ends up winning. Round two, I play against Titans. I thought I was gonna lose game one, honestly, because I start off awful. I end up finding like triple trainings, but them triple trainings don't get me anywhere. I'm just like, yo, this is no way. This is real life.
This man, and whenever he plays Diaboromon, he always starts with 1 to 2 trainings, and he always finds at least one more. Like,
yeah, that was the only game that happened. That was the only game that I saw like multiple. I think it was too. And then I ended up having to do weird things because I just don't have the right setup to do the correct plays. And then we get to a point where we have like a weird ruling. He hard drops Tita Bellucci. I got a whole board of Diaboromons and Diablo X, and the ruling becomes what happens when I pop, when I bring out a Diaboromon. Does Diablo X inheritable see it? Yes, it does, but you have to protect it, so I have to do all that, and then I get the Digivolve, which kind of F's him up because now he can't go execute. Unfortunately, he put the good Titamon, so I have to deal with that Titamon now on my following turn, which I end up doing.
Oh yeah,
dealing
that's
with
annoying, but
and I am dealing with just Digivolve call a day. But like I had a point where I couldn't finish the game for some reason. He ends up having a Skull Bellucci plus a Hyugamon on board. And I'm like, I only get one choice here. Do I either pop one or go blocker Diaboromon and call it a day? And I'm going with the pop. And that almost cost me the game because he almost had whatever he had to kill me. He puts me down to 0, couldn't finish me. And I was like, wait, is there anything on blocker here? He was like, no, I just swing for game. That's basically what it was. I was like, oh my God, this is just not my day with this deck right now. Game two, I think I bricked, I think it was, and he just saw everything, I think it was. He gets the Titamon, I couldn't deal with the Tita. He goes Skull Bellucci, go for game basically. Game three, I end up, again, I'm not having optimal stars. I go carry X past 1. I think that happened like twice. And then like I end up having a training, so I play training, cool. I have Arata, great. I see what I need to see. I'm like, cool, I can deal with whatever he had a stack going on, but it's just a Diablo X. So I got Evil for 5 into Diablo X. I'm just like, this is how the day is going, I guess. I ended up still pulling it out because I ended up getting another Diablo out or whatever. And I ended up winning. And then round 3, play against Gino, he mentioned before. Game 1 was a very suboptimal start when it comes to that deck. Especially in today's game. And then he double Callus with the way my hand was. I could only deal with 1. I couldn't deal with 2. And I'm just losing. And then game 2, he mentioned before with the grab Leo play. I was like, ooh, I didn't realize that was a play. Regardless, because my hand sucked, and that would have been the time I would have needed a Diablo X. I don't see it, or have another Diaboromon, or like an Infernmon to just drop and then like go into Diablo for the free Evo and then deal with it that way. It might have given him, 5 memory, but that's better in that essence. Right. I just had to swing because there was nothing else I could do. And then he mentions that. I was like, all turns was like, F. In my head was like, please be Marsmon. Please be Marsmon. Don't be Callus. Because I just, at that point, I couldn't deal with Callus. I could probably deal with the Mars, but I couldn't deal with a Callus. And it was Callus. I was like, yep, GG's. Ain't nothing I could do here at this point.
That game too, you went first and your play was hatch egg, play boost. So it's like, you're already a turn behind. Like,
yep,
it's not good.
Exactly. I found a rookie, but also bottom deck a whole bunch of other good stuff at that point. It's just like, it feels bad. And that's the issue at the end of the day with Diaboromon. Diaboromon relies on so many old cards to run good that it just sometimes can't compete when you don't have it. Like, the best champion is still the BT5 Kurisarimon because you can get rush. Any Kurisarimons after that are okay, but they don't get rush, so it doesn't even matter if you don't see it. Like BT21, the one that gets protection, great inheritable, but you have that twice as rookies. So like, do you care about that? Not really. And then you play a tamer, which is good that you play more than one, but at the same time, it's like, could you do something else? That'd be great. Or you could be on play. I wouldn't mind if I would have said on play as well on Evo. And at that point, BT21 or whenever that dropped, like the champions were getting on plays. And so, you know, that could have been a thing. At least I would have been like, all right, if I brick, at least I can play to survive and get a Rada out. Mind you, my Radas don't do anything on play. Not even the new one. Then honestly, the new one's ass. The only thing it's good for is being a mem setter and the occasional redirect. But who cares about redirect when you have a fucking Diaboro that just says, all right, we're gonna give everything blocker and Diaboro X now. And so like, you just don't care about that as much. And so you rely on a lot of trainings and boosts, and you just don't see those. You're just kind of slow at the gates because your best card in the Inframon needs a token. You need something on board. So if you don't see Carrot X, you're super behind. So it's just so many things with that deck that is just like when it came out during, you know, with Carrot X and Diablo X in, what was that, 24, right? It could compete back then because the decks weren't as cracked in the speed that you are, especially now. So now and back then you had to go Carrot X in training and hope to God that you have everything else after that. Now, if you don't have that and you're stuck with just a Kara or even like Kara X and you don't have that training to set up with it, you're kind of just like, I hope to God I see everything else, because if I don't, I'm kind of behind. It's kind of unfortunate when it comes to that deck, but hopefully, pray to God that you know, that Doomsday Clock that they showed that comes out March 8th, I think it is a advanced deck. That's where my guess is a Diablo advanced deck, and hopefully they allow you to you know, make the deck playable in today's game. The other thing we definitely need an on-play Diablo.
True.
Like you can do a lot of cool things that are on play, but with the way the game is right now, we need a Diablo that has an on play that does something for you. Like even if it's just on play, create a token. Like that's better than nothing.
Right. Yeah, it's like like if you look at like Beat Break and Data Squad starter decks, those champions now on play tamers. So like,
yeah, exactly.
If that Diaboromon tease is in fact a structure deck like we imagine it may be, I'm sure we'll get a on play on Evo Kurosari for a change.
Yeah, because the only on play Kurosari is the one that pops to 3K or lower, but like, who cares about that anymore? People aren't letting champions live on board, and like, not champions, rookies, right? Like floodgates aren't prevalent anymore. That was the big thing. You play that so you can have a floodgate killer, right?
An answer to floodgates, right?
Decks aren't really running unless you're running to like Forest, TS Forest, Gear Force, right? Like, that's the only deck that you're gonna see running around with a floodgate most of the time, and the occasional red hybrid. But like, besides that, like, unless you're trying to stop a chip damage, like, so for now, put it away. My max rare Diavoromon just chilling in the corner again for a while, you know, until
let him sit in the corner and multiply.
Yeah, exactly. Become a whole bunch of cockroaches of Diaboromons forming. Oh my god. Anyways, today's main topic is going to be a preview set of EX12. I am super hyped. If you heard from last week's episodes, how I'm super excited for that. So we're excited to talk about it today. So we're going to share my screen. We're going to see what we're going to talk about. Shambala set, aka Machine Empire. That's a real juice right there.
Gamamon, my beloved. The Virus Busters are back, baby, and so is all the Ghost game. Let's go.
Sure, yeah, for sure. Shout out to Varney Sleeve.gg. You check out all your Digimon needs when it comes to deck building and every other thing that we have going on the tier list. Deck builders, everything. New releases, old releases, anything you
tier
need
lists
for Digimon. Yep. And I think we have regional data coming as well, stuff like that for you want to check out. And if you have any, quips and gripes with the thing, just let Var know. Maybe you can fix it and make things better for your viewing pleasure. With that being said, we're gonna hop on to talk about Gino. What shall we talk about in the Shambala? We gotta talk about Shambala first, right?
Yeah, I think we have to. I think it's a requirement. The set is called Shambala. Like,
true.
We gotta talk about Shambala.
We'll talk about all the other family decks afterwards, but Shambhala is the main thing. A lot of people might be a little happy or not happy with the way it went because the set was promoted as a heavy Shambhala and we didn't get all Shambhala. So, you know, you take that however you want when it comes to that. I
think there are plenty good Shambhala decks you can build out of this set of cards, though. So, like,
for sure.
I don't know what y'all's complaining about just yet. Let's actually play the decks and see where they go. Let's just start with the Mokokomon. I mean, I guess the question is, do you want to start with the Saiyu Warriors, the SW, or the Toho Braves, the TBs?
Well, first we got this egg that works for both, I think, right? Or this is just TB.
One's TB and one's SW.
Do we have? Oh, that's Mokoko. My fault. Yeah, we'll start with the Mokoko.
Mokoko is SW. All right. Mokoko, when any of your other SW trait Digimon are played, this Digimon would Digivolve into an SW trait Digimon card in the hand with the cost reduced by 2. Kind of similar to like the old Shakamon where you would play your level 5 out. This just lets you let your other stack do stuff at the same time. So,
yep.
Plus, you're going to see we're going to have option cards that play stuff. So,
the option cards are kind of busted.
The option cards are insane. So being able to play stuff and then getting a free or cheap Evo means that you can make your board go wide and do a lot of very fun and very mean things.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think Wonko is part of this is as TB. TB.
Oh, good luck figuring out which ones are SW.
Yeah, I know, right? SW, Apemon.
Apemon, my boy. Raid.
We finally got a playable Apemon.
Come on. We got Nightmare Soldiers, 3-cost Apemon, pretty good.
That does nothing.
Quiet. Raid on play when digivolving by trashing an SW card trait card from your hand, draw 2. Great draw engine. Very nice to see this on a level 4. So, yeah.
Ooh, you're like breaking in now.
Says what it does on the tin.
Yep. Pretty good card.
Yep. Solid.
Let's see. SW is, I think Gokumon is. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole line is going to be SW. So actually, if you want to double back to rookies, you forgot the rookie here, Kakamon.
Where is that? Oh, I did miss him.
Yeah, he's the red little monkey guy. Starting your main by trashing an SW trait card from your hand, draw 1, gain 1. And just like Apemon, his inherit is plus 2k. So this boy is going to be big. Real big.
Yep.
When he becomes the guy with wheels on his feet. But go ahead.
Yeah. Having a rookie ad champion that is just a draw engine, a natural draw engine for your deck is really, really good.
Definitely. I really like the direction that the card design is going with that.
Especially for a red deck, it feels like.
Yeah, definitely.
And we got Gokumon.
Always want to be drawing cards. Gokumon. All these, just like the Shakamon set, you're gonna see Digicross on these guys. So, 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Gokumon in text or the SW trait, you can assembly drop them for 5, just like the old Shakamon stuff. If you are a fan of journeying to the west, you might be able to still build something with that old Shakamon because Shakamon is famously missing from this set. All right, so Gokumon on play when Digivolving. He also has raid on his face. We are raiding in this deck. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k until their turn ends. Then one of your Digimon with the SW trait gains alliance for the turn, may gain alliance for the turn and attack. So kind of flashes of adventure, right? When you do another thing, give something else alliance and go. The inherited effect of Gokumon is when attacking, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6k DP or less. We're part yellow here. We're DP negging, so you're gonna get the big bodies down and then pop them most likely.
Yeah, and this gains alliance. I know you mentioned, but it's the fact that you get more damage output is pretty good at a low 5. And then we got our first SW.
This is my boy. This is the deck I want to build because this guy is cool as hell. He's so cool. First of all, dude, wait till you see the freaking is it there? The SP. Click the SP.
Yeah, this SP is cool.
It's so fire. So cool. All right, this dude rules. From the moment he was revealed, I was like, this is my guy. He's got like a 6-cylinder on his face. He's got freaking wheels for feet. Like he rules. I love this dude.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So
this is Nezhamon, and the first thing that we have to mention beyond his awesome design is the new keyword engage. This is like Blitz Plus. So at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack. So the thing with Blitz, the reason why this isn't Blitz is because Blitz was always attached to when Digivolving. So it was basically you have to pass turn with the Digivolve. This says, hey, you know, at any point when your turn ends, this guy can just go in. Again, you still do have to follow all of the rules regarding like attack declaration. Like you can only have one end of turn attack at a time unless you're able to swing turn back, things like that. So just keep that in mind. But he is a rush, collision, piercing, blocker, and engage. He does it all. Keyword soup. And if your opponent has nothing on the board, you can just slam him for 12 and swing game because he is rush engage.
Sure can.
So all turns, when attack targets change, until your opponent's turns end, their Digimon effects don't affect this guy, and he gets plus 4k. So now he's a 16k fella. And when security stacks are removed from this Digimon may suspend. So if you're able to keep turn, get a swing, get through a security, you get an unsuspend, and then you can engage end of turn. There's going to be a lot of cool things you can do with this guy. He's my goat. I can't wait to build this deck.
Yeah, no, and mind you, it's just him by himself. When you combine with the others, I think it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is just one part of SW. So, like, we're not even there yet.
Yeah. I think, no, this is TB.
Next is Kami.
Let's see. In the blue, Kami? Is it Kami? Yeah.
Yep. Kamimon is your generic searcher. On play, reveal top 3, you get a Shambala trait, which I think, like everything in this set, as long as it's within, you know, the Shambala archetypes, like I think all SW and TBs are also Shambalas, so you can grab most things off of this search. And then one SW trait.
Correct.
Turn the rest at the bottom. And then when attacking, if your hand has 7 or fewer cards, draw 1. Nice generic, draw 1. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Always good. It's as like a blue staple type of effect.
For sure. Then
next we got Gowappa.
We got Gowapamon, yo. He has blocker. On play, on delete, you may return a level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. That's really nice disruption for a blocker. And then he has the same one attacking in here as Kamimon, so he's going to draw you cards if you're missing cards in hand.
For sure. And then we got, is a Sagomon, right?
Yep, Sagomon. So he's one of the other level 5 guys. He also blocker. On play, on Evo, one of your opponent's Digimon or tablers can't suspend till your turn ends. I feel like can't suspend is becoming an even more powerful effect the further we get into Digimon.
Agreed.
Early on, it felt like I can't suspend, whatever. Like that's kind of like it's not a bad effect, but like as we get more effects like Alliance or like suspend to do this or like, you know, Vortextramon, I think really made everyone realize just how good can't suspend is. So blocker, and then one of your other SW trait Digimon may gain alliance for the turn intact. Remember that this says other, so you do need to go a little bit wide to gain your alliance. Same with Gokumon. Inherited effect, when attacking once per turn, trash the bottom 2 sources of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then one of their Digimon, no Digimon cards can suspend until their turn ends. Really solid inherit.
Hold on again.
Okay,
you try sharing.
Okay, I'll share. Share screen. Deck builder.
Because I don't know, you're like breaking up mid sharing, so I don't know if it's me or what.
I don't know why.
So
hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. If I go share screen. Oh, okay, that's why.
Oh, you're disappeared.
Am I back? Am I here? I'm sharing now.
Yeah, I hear you now, but again, you're still like, it's probably on me, so I just gotta bear with it, I think.
Yeah, you sound fine to me. Like, it's
You're
probably
just
fine on
breaking
the
up for me.
recording.
I hope so. All right, go ahead.
All right. So we did Sagamon. Your next SW trait card, I believe here is I think it's Arlang.
Yeah,
Erlang. Chinese Arlang one. So on play on Evo, you may play one Kotenkin token. Get ready, Bandai. You better be providing us with token cards because you have that rule.
They are.
Now.
They already do. They printed it out. You can print it.
This guy is dope. He looks like Beowulf Mons Mega. He's cool as hell. So you play a Kotenkin token. It is a 9k blocker. And then you have all turns once per turn. When any of your Digimon are played, return one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Good to see bounce again. A lot of effects we've had in the meta for the past several sets have felt like all deletion, so it's nice to have some bounce again. And then all turns once per turn, when any of your Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one level 5 or lower SW trait card from your hand or his sources without paying the cost, kind of like old Shakamon. And yeah, this pretty good. What's our next SW? Now we got the yellow. This one is Takimon.
A new Digimon. I was about to say Pokemon.
A new mon. A new monster.
Yeah, for sure.
He does kind of. He has that, like, I don't know. I always feel like Pokemon designs are like a little more like brighter and like colorful than compared to Digimon. Sure. Like Digimon feels like a little closer to like the edgy sort of designs sometimes. But Takimon, he's going to be your normal cost reducer guy. So whenever you digivolve into an SW, you reduce the cost by 1. But very important, we got the Barrier Inherit, which is very nice. Barrier Inherit, always good. Next SW is going to be his evolution, Hakubamon. This is a really cool line. Main, once per turn, you may play or use one card with the SW trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2, Barrier Inherit. This is insane. You can play your 3-cost option that we're going to see later for 1, or, you know, play a Searcher for good. 1. Like, this is a really good card. This is going to be a 4 of, I think, in your SW trait deck. And then they go into Mami Sanzomon. We love her. On play on Evo, you may add your top security to hand. Then if you have 2 or fewer security cards, recover 1. Very nice. That means if you're at 0 security, it's just a recover 1, which is good. Once per turn, when your security stack is removed from, you may play 1 card with Gokumon in its text or the SW trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. That means if you're going to assembly it, he's coming down for 3, because he's going to come down for 5 normally off the off the Digicross, and then another -2. Or, you know, if you have the other one, which we'll get to later. Inherit effect: when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -4k for the turn. Solid check. Next SW is our ultra rare Seiten Gokumon. This guy is cool. First of all,
this is the first UR for today for this one, right?
Yep, this is our UR. He comes down for assembly -6, so you can drop him for, what is that, 7. He's got rush, raid, piercing, and sec +1, and he looks cool as hell.
Very cool. That R fire.
Sick. Literal fire. We got rush, raid, piercing, sec +1, on play on Evo, not once per turn. I guess that doesn't matter. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8k until their turn ends. It further gets minus 3k for each of this Digimon's level 5 Digivolution cards. So if you assembly him for all of them, I can't actually read how many it is. Is it all 4? I think it's all 4 with different names.
I think so, yeah.
So minus 12 and then pop an 8k? Pretty good.
Yeah, it says Goku, Sango, and Chohakai
and Sanzo, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
When this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects, you can play 2 level 5 cards with Gokumon in their attacks with the SW trait from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So unless you're de-digivolving this deck, like, you're gonna have some trouble dealing with this fella. Love to see it.
he's gonna be a problem. This card is gonna be nice as hell, having second attack +1 plus raid and piercing. You're just crashing over things, plus the potential DP boost you're going to have in the deck. This guy is gonna be nasty when you see him on board, mixed with the others.
For sure, yeah. This is, if you don't like TS slop, guess what? Now it's time for SW and TB slop, because we're throwing all these guys together and we're gonna cook.
Yep.
Next,
we got
SW.
one more SW.
Yeah, that would be our Chohakaimon. Does she not have a line?
No, it's
she does.
Tatumon. It's Takotomon, right? Oh yeah. Chohakai. Yeah, it's just her in the black line.
Okay, weird. Yeah, she doesn't have a line like the rest of them. Okay, so we got Chohakaimon. She has guard, which is a really cool effect. This is the first time we're seeing guard, right?
In this set, yes. Guard is the first time we'll see in the set. Guard allows you when any other Digimon would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects, by deleting this Digimon, they don't leave. So it's a pretty solid effect. We're going to see a lot more guard when we talk about Machine Empire, because that's all about guard in that.
Yeah, guard's a really cool effect. It's like what's the name of that stupid keyword that nobody uses anymore? Decoy plus. It's better.
Yes, decoy. Basically.
So on play on Evo, D-Digivolve 1, very solid. Good to have D-Digivolve in your deck. Then one of your other SW traits gets the Alliance and may attack, just like our other level 5s. Inherited effect, you get a redirect. Very nice. Always good to have a redirect. Like, Chohakaimon is probably one of the better level 5s just for her utility of D-Digivolve plus a redirect. Then we got one more level 6 on the TW side of things, or SW side of things. That is Takutomon. This guy's cool. He's carrying a whole temple in his hand for some reason. On play on Evo counter, you may play one Paishu token, who is a 6k blocker guard. And then all turns, when any of your Digimon are played, D-Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon gets minus 6k till the turn ends. I could see you just running like a straight Takutomon, Chohakaimon disruption sort of deck with maybe one or two of the other guys. Like, this is a really good defensive piece. I like this guy a lot. And I think that's it for SW trait Digimon. We just have the options.
Yep.
So we have, right, this is the SW one? Yes. Asane Ketsu Invitation. You never have to have all these colors on field because of the use requirement. Main, by trashing one SW card trait from your hand, draw 2. After, place this card in the battle area. And then the delay requirement is when any of your SW trait Digimon are played, one of your SW trait Digimon may Digivolve into a Sanai Ketsu trait Digimon in the hand without paying the cost. So the Sanai Ketsu are going to be the 3 that you're seeing there. So Arlang, Takuto, and Nezaha. And then also the security effect. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, this is our first tricolor border colored card, and it's kind of cool how they did it, where it's like the left side is black and the top is blue, and then the right side is red. Pretty cool for the color border.
Yeah, it looks sick for the color border, definitely. So yeah, what I was gonna say is that the security effect.
Sorry, I distracted you.
You're good. The security effect is like actually good. You get the whole main effect, not just place in battle area. We're gonna start seeing that more. Yeah. It feels like all of our option cards are slowly getting power crept into. Yeah, we're just gonna let you do the whole effect instead of just setting this.
It is kind of corny that you can't do it, you know.
And then
those old cards.
Don't we have one more? Isn't? Oh, these are both SWs.
The last two are like just general Shambhala stuff. So like Genshi Continent and Ashino Island.
Yep. So these next two are both SW and TBs, so we won't have to revisit them. As long as you have a Shambhala trait, you can ignore it. This is add your bottom security to hand and then place this card face up as your bottom security. Then you may play a Shambhala trait card from your hand with the cost reduced by 3. Combined with like the Digicross stuff means that your stuff's coming out for 2. You're dropping a level 5 for 2 off of this. So I guess 5 total because you do have to pay the cost of this. But if you have the horse guy who plays it for 1, now you're getting a 3 cost level 5. So pretty good. Pretty good. I also really like the art on these cards. These two.
It's really cool.
It's got like the ancient Japanese or Chinese scroll look to it. I like it a lot. And we've got Kunlun's Imperial Decree. I'm gonna keep this one short and simple. This is Shambhala Memory Boost.
Yep, basically.
no more needs to be said that. And then finally, we do have to talk about the secret rare because he is both SW and TB, and that is Susanomon.
He sure is.
This 2-star goes insane. Look at the aura on that
facts.
guy. Whew.
Straight aura. The man's aura farming to the max. And this is the best Susanomon we've ever seen.
True. Susanomon, so he can assembly -9, so you can drop him for 5. If you have 8 different hybrid or Shambhala trait cards, they do have to have different names. He has Rush, Raid, and Blocker. On play on Evo, to all of your opponent's Digimon, give -3k for the turn for each color in his sources. So a big old blanket for a whole lot. And then when attacking, place one of your opponent's Digimon as the top security. Then, if this Digimon has 4 more colors in the Digivolution cards, trash their top security and recover 1. Also, he is a hybrid, so you can throw him in hybrid decks. So
true. Yep.
Whew, there you go. That's all of the SW stuff. Dan, I'm going to pass it over to you to start talking about the TB.
I'm excited for TB stuff because my girl is in this. Ryugumon. Can't wait to talk about it. The other one, I don't care about the other popular one. You know, who cares about her? But we'll get to it.
Oh, come on. First off, Kaguya is my girl.
Yeah. First off, starting with the egg, we got Oni Bimon. Effect is this Digimon with the TB trait gains XQ. You're going to see why this goes crazy, low-key. Ryugu has decode. You can execute. You can protect it. You can play a body out. You can do so many things. And then also, you're going to see the combo with the option. When we talk about the option, you're going to be able to play a free level 6 with ease. It's just light work. It's just crazy how free it is for the deck. It's going to be pretty good, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like...
Next, we got... Huh?
I feel like I was just gonna say I feel like both decks are like really good, but I feel like maybe TB might edge out SW.
I think so too, possibly. Next we got the Wonkomon. He is the first TB rookie. He got a cute little full art that's gonna be your box hopper if you get it. Totally adorable. He is your searcher for the deck, just like the Kamimon. So top 3, you add a Shambhala and a TB for this, and then you bomb like the rest. Pretty good. We always love our generic searchers for decks.
Definitely. Plus 2k and hair off of him, and then
plus 2k and hair was not bad. Caesarmon. We've seen Caesarmon before, but in different colors. He used to be a blue guy back in the day. He also has a yellow one too, I think.
I was gonna say, I think he's yellow, yeah.
He's blue and yellow, yeah. Now he is red. Yeah. Raid on body, which is always solid. On play on Evo, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5k or less. Not too bad. That's a nice threshold for a champion to pop. 5k with a potential of way to DP neg in the deck as well. That's kind of not bad threshold for it. Plus inheritable up plus 2k, pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Is that it for TBs? I think so. For red,
I think so, yeah. And then we go Gasamon.
I love this little guy.
Yeah, so first time we seen this boy right here, Gasamon. He is going to be the rookie for the Ryugumon in the TB side. Pretty solid fact. It's your turn when a Digimon will digivolve into a Digimon card with TB and trait. Reduce the cost by 1. Always solid to have those type of effects. So always have your chance being 1 cost evos. And then when attacking, if you have If your hand has 7 or fewer cards, draw one. Is just a blue staple type inheritable. We all seen this in many other decks.
Yeah, definitely.
And then next we got Shellmon. Shellmon is kind of broken. I'm not gonna say broken. I'm exaggerating, but it's probably like the best Shellmon we've seen, low key. Blocker on body, on play on Evo, trash the bottom 2 cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then when a Digimon with 1 or fewer sources can't attack or block until their turn ends. Really, really good. This is good for obviously TB, but this is also going to be good for aquatic fish type decks as well. Just to be able to have that native stun to potentially and to trash your opponent's sources, I think is really, really solid as well. And then inheritable when attacking, it gets down a few or less, you draw one. Pretty good effect.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of funny. Like way back when we were seeing like a lot of level 4 blockers, and then for a long time they go away, and now we're seeing level 4 blockers again.
Yeah, so. They're back. It's like a rotation.
Yeah, kind of funny. I wanted to click on Gusokumon, but we'll get to him later.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We got so Marine cool. Bullmon. This is also probably the best Marine Bullmon we've had as well. This card is really solid. Yeah. On play on Evo by placing 1 level 6 or lower card with Aqua or Sea Animal in his traits, or the TB trait from your hand as his bottom sources. Return one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer sources to the cards in hand. Being able to have removal on a low 5 when Marine Bullmon previously sucked, honestly. The only good one was the one that you place underneath it, and the other one's a Warper that has no on Evo effect, which is asinine in today's game for a low 5. And then inheritable decode, always expected from Marine Bullmon, honestly.
Yep, and he's got decode on face as well, so like,
he's yeah. You're always gonna be popping out somebody
for sure. And
then we got the first of the TB megas. We got the girl Ryugumon. Look at these all arts and look at the SP. The SP is so fire. I gotta get me one. Once again, future no. Your boy Dan is looking to buy one, so holler at your boy when the time comes. But let's be realistic. Some people try to get me when it's like $400. It's not a $400 card. You know, be realistic about what you're trying to sell me. You know, because someone tried to do that one time. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy this for $400, and I bought it for like $150. So you know, but anyways, this card is cracked low key. I think this card is fantastic.
This card's insane.
I think it's fantastic for TB. It's fantastic for TB, and it's fantastic for any Sea Animal deck as well. First off, it has barrier and evade and decode, so you can, no matter which way you go, you can always protect it, and you can decode a body out, which is crazy in my opinion. Fantastic. On play on Evo when attacking once return by placing 1 level 6 or lower card with Aqua or CM1's traits or TB from your hand as his bottom source. One of your Digimon may unsuspend, a staple in Ryugumon type of effects. And then all turns, when any of your Digimon are played or Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon can't activate when Digivolve effects or suspend until their turn ends. Rule trait has aquatic. Fantastic stun ability. This allows you to be aggro and stun your opponent's Digimon as well. This allows you to go crazy. You can kind of see maybe now where when you see this Ryugu plus the egg having execute, you swing with this after your swing. You can potentially unsuspend when you swing, and then you can evade, decode something out, play a body, you keep the Ryugu out, maybe you go Marine Bullmon, you play something underneath it, you bomb decks, or you bounce something to your hand, you have a free body and whatnot. Like, you do a lot of cool shenanigans with Ryugumon for the deck.
Yeah, this card's insane. And like, if you have the Marine Bullmon in stack, that means you're decoding 2 bodies out off your execute unsuspend thing. Like,
true, yeah.
It's
which is kind of crazy. Yep.
And like, giving so like barrier plus decode is the funniest thing, because like the main thing that decode loses to is battle. So if you have barrier, it just doesn't matter. Like,
exactly.
Very sick. This card's insanely good.
It's what's really cool about it.
That card.
They sure did.
Next TB. No yellow TB.
I think that is the Shishimon. Shishimamon.
He's cool. Shishimon.
Yeah, a low 5 Shishimamon. It's a little bit of a mouthful. How to say his name? Pretty cool effect. On play on Evo, give one of your opponent's Digimon second attack -1 and neg 3k until that turn ends. Your turn when your opponent's security stack is removed from this Digimon may digivolve into a TB trait, reduce cost by 2. So a way to, get cheaper Evos is always good in a deck. Your turn, that's what I read. End of attack. This is an inheritable. You may play one TB trait Digimon card with 5,000 DP or less from your hand without paying a cost. So you kind of could see the combination with like the first red stuff that we were talking about earlier, right? So you do this, you neg 3k something, you play out the Caesarmon, you pop a 5k or lower. Let's say if they had an 8k Digimon board, you can pop a 5k or lower because you have neg 3k on it. You can do some cheeky little combos, it's pretty good. Very similar to like what the Ryuga line is doing, right? You could pop out your 5 or whatever, you pop out a 4 lower and whatnot, like combo off like that. It's pretty cool in my opinion, what you can do with it.
Yeah, you can do some really yucky stuff with this. Like, you go into this, you have execute, you swing security, there are sacks removed, you go into Ryugu unsuspends, and now execute tries to kill it, and then you do everything we just talked about with Ryugu. Like,
yeah, yep, insanity. Exactly. Kind of crazy. Like, yep.
Yeah, this TB line is nutty. And
agreed.
The girl, our first TB Mega, or second TB Mega, sorry.
Yep, Amaterasumon. She is a badass, and some will call her a baddie. The R is fire, and the SP, like, it goes crazy. Like, they cooked. I'm telling you, like, this set when it comes to Rs and SPs, beautiful. They cooked with this. Like, it's beautiful the way these cards look. The Evo costs the usual stuff per usual. Piercing, second attack +1, and an Ascension. If people remember from BT25, Ascension is when this Digimon is deleted, you may place this card as a top security card. Good thing it has the reminder text for people because Ascension is still pretty new. On play on Evo, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. Then by returning 2 cards from their trash to the bottom of the deck. So again, because it's a red card, we got bottom deck and stuff. The hate for purple is real.
True.
For a turn, this Digimon gains 6k DP, and to one of their Digimon give neg 5k for each of those return card colors. So if those two cards are 2 different colors, or like dual colors with different cards, that's potentially a neg 20k on something right there, which is kind of crazy.
Forbid you bottom deck a triple color card.
A 2 tricolors. Oh my god.
Neg 30.
Infinite amount of DP neg. Yep. Second effect, on deletion, you may return 1 TB trade card from your trash to the hand. Then you may play 1 low 5 or lower TB trade Digimon card from your hand while paying the cost. Man, just the crazy recycle on this type of effect. Being able to recover if you die, and then on top of that, after you recover, you get to play something out a low 5, and you just build another stack already immediately. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. What a good card. What a good deck. This TB deck is gonna go crazy.
Yeah. And then finally, we got the puppet line for this deck. We got the Hanimon. On play, trash 1 with the puppet or TB to draw 2. Fantastic effect. We love that. Unfortunately, it also helps normal puppets. So people who are puppets fans, they can enjoy these cards as well, and maybe go a more purple side and more Kaguya heavy as well, and it will work well for them. And then inheritable 1 attack and draw 1, trash 1. Pretty good.
Famously, I think this is the first Hanimon that evolves for 0 on a yellow egg, so that's pretty valuable for puppet players as well.
I believe so too.
Kokeshi.
And then we got Kokeshi on play on Evo, but one of your Digimon, leave one of your opponent's low 4 lower Digimon. It's an alright effect, depending on where your situation is. If you have Amaterasu on, you can delete the Amaterasu to do this for some odd reason after you use this effect. Delete low 4 lower, Ascension, play a low 5, go into something else potentially. I don't know. You could probably do some shenanigans with this effect, honestly. Inheritable, when attacking, draw 1, trash 1. Fantastic effect, honestly. We love to be able to cycle through our deck.
Yep, good cycle.
And then we got Karakurumon. On play on Evo, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. Gino mentioned earlier, being able to have an effect to stun something has gone a lot farther in today's game than it have previously. If you stop a tamer for a turn, that might change the whole game for you, honestly.
Yeah, straight up.
On deletion, you may play one level 4 lower puppet or TB trade Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Pretty solid effect, honestly. You can always get something out of it realistically. And then Inheritable is the same thing, right? On deletion, you may play one level 4 lower puppet or TB trade Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. So like if you have like Ryugu, Marine Bull, and this underneath it, like you get like 3 bodies out like easily, just because like the way crazy. It works, like you're just not losing any value if your stack dies, which is kind of crazy. And then this also has assembly on it on its body. You use assembly 2 or no, it's just 1, so you can play this for 5. A puppet or a TB underneath it. Fantastic card, honestly.
Yeah, great card. And then the girl, my girl.
And we got Kaguyamon. Boo! It's kind of weird to see Kaguya, like the puppets line, to be purple and green when before it was it was purple and yellow.
Bro, my brain immediately went. That's Belphamon.
Yo, facts, right? Very weird. But I mean, it works. It's pretty good, honestly, right? First off, she got Fortitude, so you know everything we mentioned before. You could do that again, but with Kaguya and have Fortitude and come back.
Yep.
And then you just do everything else. And with the Inheritables, it's kind of crazy. On play on Evo, when attacking once per turn, you may play 1 play cost 5 or lower puppet or Shambala trade card from your trash while paying the cost. As you can see right there, it says Shambala. So if you have even like SW stuff in this deck, maybe mixed in, you could play those as well. All turns, all your puppet or TV trade Digimon gain block it and retail. Fantastic. Be able to have block it and retail, so that you block with something that's weaker, you always have retail to stop their shenanigans as well. On deletion, return one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So you get deleted, you have block or retail, so you potentially, you know, kill something with that, and then you got deleted. You also bottom deck something else on their board, and then you come back as well, play something else. Like again, TB go crazy, right? Like you just do some board spammy shenanigans.
You gotta get rid of this chick. She is public enemy number 1 when she hits the board.
Honest to God, you have to bomb deck her or bounce the hand because you don't want to let it get deleted or de-digivolve it if you're able to. Now, and finally, the option for the sets. Yep. It's just one to talk about because we talked about the others. Honest to God, I don't even know how to say it. Sanmyojin Arrival is broken. This card is crazy. So first off is trash a TB to draw 2. That's your main effect. And then your all turns delay is what's crazy. It is you may play when any of your low 5 or higher TB trade Digimon would leave the battle area delay. You may play 1 Sanmyojin trade Digimon card from your hand while paying the cost.
That's stupid.
Basically that means is any of the TB dudes who are also Sanmyojin can be played out. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the other SWs are also that as well. Oh, okay, no, they're not. Okay, it's just them.
I think it's just them. Yeah, that are on the card art. But still, getting these guys out for free.
For free. We just talked about how much shenanigans you could do with that. Now you can add this to the combo that I was just talking about, especially like the Ryugu decode with the execute and like play bodies out on top of this as well. So now you can get potentially like four or 5 bodies wide with 2 6s still on board with a 5 and a 4 chilling. You can do some shenanigans with this. Like the crazy pop offs is just wild in my opinion. I think this is what we'll see. We saw like the SW stuff obviously, and SW just it feels more aggro per se, but like the board spammy and be able to do what you can do with TV feels just as strong. And I think they're both, you're gonna see both decks and both versions in regional play easily, in my opinion.
I think so too. SW is like win fast and TB is like never lose. So like yeah, these
that's a good thought process for sure. Yeah.
So that's it for our Shambala friends. Let's move on to, I guess we'll just jump into Virus Busters. I'll talk about Virus Busters and I'll let you talk about Metal Empire.
Sure.
Nyaramon. So here's our Virus Buster egg. Before we started looking at this set, me and Dan were like, dang, there's only 4 eggs and only among 3 colors.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Weird. Yeah.
But Nyaramon, he's got end of turn this VB trait Digimon, and any of your other Digimon may DNA into a VB trait Digimon card in the hand. Then that DNA Digivolved Digimon may attack. Solid to just get your end of turn DNA. Just put that on an egg. Remember we had to put that on rookies? Now we put it on the egg. Yeah. VB. So VB's got a whole bunch of. It's basically has 2 different ways you can build it. You can build it more Gammamon heavy, or you can build it more Omnimon heavy. So here's the more Omnimon side. We've got an Agumon on play by trashing a Greymon or VB trait card from your hand, draw 2, inherit plus 2k. Solid rookie. You love to see it. Then the Gammamon is going to be your searcher. He's going to reveal top 3, add a Gammamon and a VB trait card to your hand. This is going to be really good in Gammamon decks or VB decks. Also, as I think almost every single Gammamon, except for like one of the promos, he has plus 2k inherit. It's like that's just what Gammamon does.
Yeah.
Or the purple one. I guess the purple one doesn't have it either, but you get me. We'll move on to Greymon. He has raid on his face. Dude, I think like all the red level 4s have raid on their face.
Yeah, they really do.
except for Beetle. All right. But we already have a raid Beetle, so we didn't need another one. All right, so Greymon raid on face.
This is for ME first. This says ME first and then Virus Buster after, just saying.
True. We share. All right, you know what? You can have Greymon. We'll move on to Beetlemon. Beetle Gammamon. He's my VB boy. This is an excellent card for VB and for Gammamon. You may play or use one Gammamon. One card with Gammamon and its text with the VB trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. So play your Searcher for 1. Play Strongest of Brothers for 1. Play the VB option for... We got a VB option, right? Did we get a VB option?
Yeah, we do have a VB option. Yep.
Yeah, play the VB option for free. We'll talk about the VB option later. I just didn't want to misspeak there. And then Barrier Inherit is fantastic for Gammamon stuff and VB stuff, so love to see it. We got Kano Weismon with Decode on his face. He can decode out a level 4 or lower Gammamon or VB trait, which is pretty awesome. That's also his Inherit, which is nice. On Evo, you may place a level 5 or lower Digimon card with Gammamon in its text or the VB trait from your hand or trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Then one of your Digimon may attack. Just very solid effect. Gammamon stands, you know why this is good.
We got Decode.
Yep, Decode double on his face and in the Inherit, which is awesome. We love that.
Yep.
And then Metal Greymon and War Greymon are both Virus Busters and Metal Empire, but we'll get there later. We're going to jump straight to Serious Mon / Planet Punch. I love Planet Punch. Planet Punch is great, dude. That sounds like a delicious beverage. All right, so main, delete one of your opponent's highest DP Digimon, then one of your Digimon may attack, and then you get the Arts Digivolve. So you get to swing with your guy, and then you get a Progress Piercing Sec +1. We got Serious Mon got Progress. We love to see it. You may place up to 2 Digimon cards with Gammamon in their text or the VB trait from your hand or trash as this Digimon's top or bottom Digivolution card. If this effect's placed to one of your opponent's Digimon, give minus 2k until their turn ends for each of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Gammamon enjoyers, you know that can be a lot of DP. So, don't you worry about that none. Just really good. VB. Yeah, straight up. This is just really solid card. Planet Punch is great. Just murking, Gaia forcing basically, and then you get a swing for 5. Thanks. Or if you had Beetle, you can use the Beetle effect to play this out for
use it for 3.
Yep. Which is great. Love to see it. Serious Mon, my goat. Virus Buster, you are not
Gabumon.
He is NSO Virus Buster. So I'll talk.
You skipped Gabumon.
Oh yeah, Gabu first. So Gabumon is not NSO. He's just VB. Start a main by trashing a Guru or VB trait card from your hand. Draw 1, gain 1. I love this art. He's adorable. When attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards, draw a card. Very nice. Then the Garurumon. So we got just our family trees. They split off everywhere. This time we're going into NSO. So he's got jamming on face because he's a Garurumon. He's got to have jamming somewhere on his card, right? On play, on attack, once per turn, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to your hand. Just really nice effect. When attacking, we got the draw one, trash one. Garurumon Enjoyers rise up. You have dual color Garurumon.
Yeah, since there's not much of NSO, the NSO is just basically the Guru line, I think it is, in this set. I'll talk about the NSO real quick side. This is a really good card for NSO because the fact of being able to have an early swing that you can use as jamming, so you're always going to be living. Secondly, having a draw one, trash one as an inheritor pool is also really good. It allows you to filter set up your plays for the Tamer DNA play and stuff like that. And then obviously just bouncing a low 4 lower is pretty solid. It won't matter for like NSO per se, but like the ability to have that is pretty good. And then this allows you to run like a little Guru engine, throw in Guru X to give you more draw power as well.
True. Yeah, definitely. We'll skip down to Garurumon. He is a DNA, so that kind of works with your Reina if you're looking at the Nightmare Soldier side of things. But for VB, you're going to also get a DNA here. And then on play on Evo, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend till their turn ends. Again, we've been talking all night about how great stun effects are. And then when attacking, not once per turn, if this Digimon stack has 2 or more same level cards, it may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Garurumon in its name or the NSO or VB trait in the trash with the cost reduced by 2. That's really, really solid. And we've got an inherited decode, level 4 Gabu, Garuru, Nightmare Soldier, or VB. I feel like this card really cooks for Nightmare Soldiers more than VB. But it's still a great card either way.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Mega. I'll talk about him now, even though he is Metal Empire and Virus Busters and mysteriously not Nightmare Soldier, despite the rest of the
That's fine. I don't need to talk about Mother Garurumon.
I know you don't like Moga. All right. He's got Evade on face and then a Decode level 5 Metal Empire Virus Buster or Gabu Garuru. On play on Evo, we get to strip 4 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as this Digimon at the bottom of the deck. So basically anything. All turns once per turn when any Digimon are played or Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon can't suspend until their turn ends. Moga is really turning into the stun and evade card.
Yeah, it really is. Pretty solid effect, especially in general, just being able to do stunning things and whatnot. The R, fire.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look at this. It's sick. I love this boy. All right, I'm gonna skip Omnimon. I'll let Dan have Omnimon.
Woo.
Virus Buster, we got a Salamon. This is your generic Evo for 1 less into a Virus Buster or Holy Beast. And he also has Barrier as an inherit. Again, we love Barrier inherit. Virus Buster Gatomon. I really like the art on this one. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
I told you we got level 4 blockers again. They're back.
Yeah.
on play on Evo. On play on attack. Sorry, add your top security card to hand, then recover 1. Very nice effect. This is awesome if it's the card they hit. If they hit Virus Busters out of security, you get a recover and a blocker, which is really cool. Then we got Angelomon. This one is also...
Angelomon, I think, is cracked.
This Angelomon is also Nature Spirits, and yeah, this card's busted. When we say busted,
the Gato's also Nature Spirit too.
Right. When we say busted, we don't necessarily mean we need to ban this card. We just mean they're very good cards. Okay.
Just for sure.
Just so that the audience is aware. So Angelomon, we got on play, on Evo, on attack, not once per turn. So it means you're going to do it at least twice, probably. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k for the turn. And then we also got a secondary when attacking. If the stack has 2 or more same level cards, since it's a DNA, it may Digivolve into an Angel, Holy Dragon, 3-get Angel, Nature Spirit, or Virus Buster trait card in the hand with the cost reduced by 2.
Just everything.
Just everything. And then it also has Decode. So if you think about it this way, like Gamamon wants to put things underneath anyway. This is a great tech into your Gamamon Virus Buster deck. You're going to have 2 same level things underneath. Like, this rules.
Yeah,
This
pretty
Angela one's
easily in
really
Virus
good.
Buster. But also like in NSP, this gives you that 5 that's needed, because the 5s in NSP is not that good, honestly. Be able to evo into the important level 6, which is the giant turtle. I forget what his name right now is.
Eldradimon.
For Eldradimon for 1 basically is really, really good, and allows you to continue your combos. This card is just fantastic. And obviously the deco part, but just in general. And also, like, we didn't mention it just because we haven't mentioned it yet, but like for Mastimon, pretty solid effect, honestly, to be able to evo in that for like 2 if you have to evo hard evo and not DNA, or even like 3 Gray Angels you evo into Goldramon for 1 as well, which, I mean, that's not really relevant today's game, but if we were to get a good Goldramon, you never know. So or any of the other 3 Gray Angels, because a good evo into any of them is just pretty good as well.
Oh, you got me cooking. I'm gonna bring 3 Great Angels deck back, or not 3 Great Angels. The four dragons, 4 great. What the hell are they called? You know what I mean?
4 Great Dragons. I think it's 4 Great Dragons.
I love those guys. I wanna take you through the trial of the dragons. All right.
I love the trials.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love that deck.
So ass.
Nature Spirit stuff. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, we'll get to Nature Spirits after Metal Empire, I think.
We got Nature Spirit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that there was more Nature Spirits.
Yep, I think that's it for Virus Busters.
And we got Hero.
Dan hasn't covered yet, so we'll go down to Hero. Hero Amanokawa. This is a really good tamer. I think all of the tamers here are really good. If you have 2 or less memory, set it to 3. They're all going to be memory setters here. Then when one of your Gamamon or VB trait Digimon attacks, by suspending this tamer, activate one of the effects below. You can go into a level 6 or lower Gamma or VB trait card with the cost reduced by 1, or you may use one option card with the Gamamon in its text or VB trait card from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. So Planet Punch, or get some more search out. This is a really, really solid card.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
And then finally we got our field spell Virus Busters. You get to add your bottom security to hand and then place it as face up. And then the security effect is kind of crazy. And it's not once per turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when one of your level 4 or higher Virus Buster Digimon attacks, you may play 1 Virus Buster trait Digimon card of the same level from your hand with the cost reduced by 3. So you swing with Gato. Gato plays out another thing, or swing with Beetle. It doesn't matter. You play out the other one. You DNA into the Angelomon. Angelomon swings. Trigger Virus Buster again. Play the level 5 for 3-. Like, you can just go crazy with this card. The fact that it's not once per turn is crazy.
Kind of crazy.
And then, of course, the security effect is going to let you play a level 5 or lower Virus Buster trait Digimon card from your hand. Again, your target's probably going to be Gato, because you get a blocker and a recover if it's the last card in your security.
Yeah.
And I think that's... Oh, of course. How could I forget?
We got Giant Meat and Proxima.
Oh, yeah. Giant Meat is support for everything.
Everything.
Every field that...
For the record, for anyone who see this, yes, you need to meet the requirements of having an NSP, DS, NSO, Wing Guardian, ME, and Virus Bait trait on the field to activate this card. Let me stop.
That's like that freaking Digimon Con, where you have to have Agumon, Gamamon, and Pulsemon, I think, in order to use it. All right, so main, it says reveal top 3. Add one of those many traits to your hand, and then it's a memory boost. Okay. Giant Meat's great. And then finally, our other secret rare of the set, Proximamon. It's a strange world when Omnimon is in the set and he's not a secret rare.
He's a UR. That's what matters.
Right. So we got Proximamon here. Finally, we got a good Proximamon that we can actually play, and he's actually pretty cracked. Sec +1 and blocker. And then he has on play for the first time ever. When Digivolving, you may, by placing 2 Digimon cards with Gamamon in their text with a VB trait from your hand or trash as one of your Digimon's top or bottom Digivolution cards. So it doesn't even have to be himself. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. So you got some Tamer hate, which is awesome. And then once per turn, also on play when Digivolving, when attacking and counter, you may play or use 1 use cost 10 or lower Gamamon text or VB trade card from any of your Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Guess what? You got Planet Punch underneath Proximamon. Wow. Yep. Oh man, this card's cracked. I love it. I love this card. Fantastic. Also, white, red, purple is an interesting color spread.
Very interesting.
All right. So that's Virus Busters. I think it's actually going to be pretty solid.
I think off the rip, this is probably off the rip like one of the best family decks besides what we're going to talk about in a second. And Machine Empire is like out of the box. This is really good. I think you were going to see this as a competitive deck as well.
I'm excited, dude. I gotta buy so many boxes of EX12.
Same.
This set rules.
Now we're going to get into the MVP of the set, in my opinion, what I think is going to show off the power of this deck. Machine Empire. We got this cracked egg that is not a once per turn effect because of DNA effects. First off, all turns, when your Machine Empire trait Digimon will leave the battle area other than by your effects, one of them and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into every trait. It's so dumb. Whoops, I died in battle. Psych, I'll DNA and then do it again. I drop another one. Psych, we gonna die and do it again all over. It's kind of crazy, honestly. The Corporeamon is just like another pseudo protection for the deck when the deck has aces in it. So I think it's a great idea to have. I wish they had that more moving forward in other ace style decks.
Definitely. Yeah, this is a great egg, and it's kind of got shades of the Reina from NSO, but you get to just have it on your egg.
Yep. Next we got is the Toy Agumon. It's one of three main rookies for the deck. Start a main by trashing a card with Puppet or ME trait. You can draw one, gain one. Hey, for Puppet users, you can use this too, technically. I don't know how you would, but technically you could if you wanted to. Pretty solid effects, and it also has a box hopper art, which is pretty cool. See the whole design. You see the gurus working in the back and stuff. So cute. Anyways,
I love them.
Greymon, Gino mentioned it earlier. It just allows you to grab a card from your trash with ME or Virus Busters, and then he has rated on body and is inheritable. That's what Greymon do nowadays. They just fetch things from the trash and has raid. Like, it's so sad and good at the same time. Like, I hate it here, but it's definitely gonna be needed. Like an ME, I've been watching some stuff with ME. This kind of cooks being able to grab like that DNA piece that you need or whatever.
Yeah, this card's the last like 3 Greymons we've gotten have just been grab a card back from trash.
Yep, exactly. Next we got Metal Greymon. It's just like every other Metal Greymon, the last like 3 Metal Greymons we've had, right? First off, you have Decode, which is cool and has an inheritable. On play on Evo, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6k or less, a usual effect we see in Metal Greymons, and then give one of their Digimon start a main. This Digimon attacks to their turn ends. Cool thing you can do, you can ace bait them into the Machine Dramon. We'll talk about the Machine Dramon soon. You do have blockers in the deck, so you can eventually block it if you need to. You can do some okay things with it. It's all right. I don't know if it's gonna be like it's not gonna be the primary ultimate, that's for sure. Let's play that.
So
next we got the War Greymon.
I thought this card was just okay, but with Corporeamon being all turns, the Metal Gray.
Okay.
You can deliberately bait one of your other things to die and then DNA and do crack stuff. So I think actually Metal Greymon is maybe a little better than I thought it was originally.
It is. You can do stuff like that, but when we see the other ultimates, you're gonna see why it's lower on the totem pole. Sure.
All right, so go ahead. War Gray.
Next, we got War Greymon. Look at his R again. R farming. We just R farming everything in this set. You know, low key, this card is cracked. First off, second attack +1, decode for a 5 or lower. Pretty cool. On play on Evo when attacking, Digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon, then delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. Then we have this cool effect. Counter. Oh, no. 2 of your Digimon make DNA Digivolve to Omnimon or an ME or VB trait Digimon card in the hand. Then you may change the attack target to one of your Digimon. Being able to have counter to DNA into Omnimon, ME, or a Virus Buster. ME would be, which we'll talk about eventually, Chaos Dramon. Virus Buster will be, I don't think Proximon DNAs, so it's just going to be Omnimon for now. But since it's Omnimon text, you could technically DNA into any Omnimon, not just the one that we have in this set.
We can DNA with Proxima.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can also DNA into Proxima then. So it's it's fantastic card. Obviously, if you're able to deal with it before, like when attacking, whatever, it is what it is. But being able to have that counter is kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, let me just set this up real quick and body you.
Yeah, for sure. Next, we got Kokuamon, I believe, right? Or Omnimon's right next, honestly.
We go straight to Omni, yeah. Yeah, now this art go crazy. And like this,
yeah,
you can't see it right now because of how we have it, but this and the Metal Garuru and the War Greymon together make one one art when you put them together, which is sick.
So this is our first ever blue, yellow, red Omnimon. What is the Romanian Omnimon people are calling it now? He's not French anymore. He's pretty cool, honestly. First off, he has he can DNA in general for blue, yellow, plus red or black. Pretty cool. So it's just like Greymon or Garurumon, like others. He has piercing, block, or barrier on Evo when attacking. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Then for every 5 of this Digimon's Digivolution cards, activate one of his effects below. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -13 until the turn ends, or trash your opponent's top security, then recover. Pretty solid. You can like in ME/VB, especially in VB where like Gammon places sources pretty easily. You can hit the 10 mark pretty easily, I think, and afford it, so it doesn't feel as bad. But you can consistently for sure get one of these effects, get 5 sources pretty easily, in my opinion. Solid card, honestly. Just removal, DP neg, pretty good. Recovery and trashing security, I think it's a fantastic card.
Yeah, this card's really good. Like, in any flavor of VB or ME.
Any flavor Omnimon deck.
Well, it's a little less good in like regular Omnimon because you need to have the 5 sources. So like,
true.
If you're like running the Nokia Warp build, I don't think you run this Omnimon, but
well, you go. Let's see. You could potentially have like Egg, Rookie, like War Gray, and then Gabu and Mel Gray. That's 5.
Okay, so you do get one. All right, I guess it's not that bad. You have to have had.
It's not as consistent to get that versus like VB or like ME and stuff like that.
Right.
But next we got is Kokuamon on play by trashing 1 card with Mutant or ME tray from your hand, draw 2, and then inheritable when attacking, -2k on something. Solid effect, not too bad. Mutant is interesting for anyone who doesn't know. Machine Empire is not just about machine.digimon. It's about Digimon that live in a high society, you know? It's about living in a machine empire.
That's sure is some way to describe mutants.
It's, you know, places that live in like factory style areas and stuff. So as we're going to see with Thundermon, who is a mutant and not a, you know, a machine style Digimon, he's a pretty good effect, honestly. Main, you may use 1 card with mutant or ME trade card from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. And then his rule is name treated as Momimon as well. Unfortunately, because name is treated as Momimon, you can't go Metal Momimon for 1 over him, unfortunately, because the way they rule checked it, unfortunately. Unlike the old Thundermon, but this is still a solid Thundermon nonetheless. With a solid inheritable, be able to, when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon, -2k again. Not too shabby, honestly.
Yeah, solid card, solid effect.
Next, we got Hagurumon. We got the Searcher for the deck. So on play, review the top 3. Add a Machine, Cyborg, Mutant, and 1 card with ME trade from the bottom. Return the rest to the bottom. Inheritable, Blocker. Just your generic Searcher, always needed in a deck.
Does what he says on the tin.
Next, we got Garjo.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
4 blocker.
Yep, exactly. On play on Evo, trash 1 card with the Machine Cyborg trade. Draw 2. So trash 1, draw 2. And then inherit the blocker again, pretty solid. Allows you to fill the trash faster, that's for sure. Now we got the first ultimate that I say this is why, you know, Metal Greymon is not as good. This guy's kind of good. So first off, you can DNA with black and purple, I think it is.
Yep,
or
black, purple, or
red and yellow. On play on Evo, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one play cost 5 or lower machine, cyber, or ME trade card from among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest, and then counter once per turn. One of your other Digimon may Digivolve into level 6 or lower ME trade Digimon card in the hand without paying the cost. So it's like a pseudo ace counter right there into potentially like a high Edgemon. It's pretty good. And then inheritable once per turn. Opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. So it has a redirect built in it as well. Pretty solid. This card can go crazy depending on what you hit off that search.
For sure.
And then we got High Andromon, the evolution of Andromon. We got Higher. He smoked some weed while he was at it and grew some new armors and stuff. Oh, man. He's also a DNA Digimon as well. This card is crazy, in my opinion. This allows you to OTK from 5 in Machine Empire. On play on Evo when attacking, real top 3. You may play one play cost 7 or lower machine, cyber, or ME trade card. While paying the cost, trash the rest. All turns, all your ME trade Digimon gain alliance and reboot. Such a strong effect. Basically, what this means is we haven't seen him yet, but we will see him very very soon. You can play the Machine Digimon Ace for free. Alliance with that, you're gonna be pretty giant. You're gonna get the Machine Digimon protection from Digivolve and whatnot. It's pretty good. Then you just DNA to a Chaos Digimon. It go crazy.
Yeah, definitely. These next few cards are bustedly good.
Yeah. We got the ace. People were crying, oh no, this is ace. I thought they didn't make aces. Psych. They had to make it. I'm so glad they followed through with having the Dark Masters be another ace with Machine Digimon. This card is fantastic, honestly. He has Reboot and Fragment 2. So Fragment 2, if you were to get deleted, you trash 2 sources, protected. On play on Evo when attacking, Digital 3. Pretty strong. One of your opponent's Digimon. Then by placing 2 low 5 or lower machine cyber or machine or ME trade card from your hand or trash as his Digimon's bottom source, your opponent's effects can't trash any of your Digimon stat cards until their turn ends. Really solid. Low key, I think people sleep on that effect because like even when you DNA with this effect is a lingering protection effect, and so it's really good. Obviously you have overflow, but who cares? You want to be able to DNA protected and stuff like that. It's just fantastic. You can bounce this if you have the ability to bounce. If guard is not on board, I believe. And so, but then you have the egg protection per se, right? When it comes to UDNA, if it were to leave the battle area. So pretty good, honest to God.
Realistically, you're not getting this overflow unless your opponent is in dire straits.
Yeah. And then the third UR of the set, my new GOAT, this new broken ass Chaos Digimon. You want to talk about broken? This guy is crazy. This guy is so strong for what you can do. Obviously, you can DNA with red, black, plus purple, yellow. Piercing, second attack plus 1, fragment 2, engage. So this thing has the engage ability. Fantastic. On play on even when attacking. Digivolve to all your opponent's Digimon. Then by placing 2 low 5 or lower machine cyber or ME trade cards from your hand or trash as its bottom source, delete 2 of your opponent's Digimon with as high or low a play cost as the number of this Digimon's dissolution cards. With as amount of DNA you're able to do, you can get really high with this pretty easily, and then you're adding more sources. It's just instant removal. Plus being able to attack a lot goes crazy. And then you can assembly with this as well. You assembly with six level 6 or lower machine, cyber, or ME trade Digimon with different names. Fantastic ability. So this will get played for 7, I think it is. For level 7, it's pretty solid. And this is the first Chaos Digimon as a level 7, which is kind of crazy. You can go Chaos Digimon X over this if you want to as well.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's very funny.
Yep. Hilarious when you think about it. And then you could go Chaos X and then DNA into another Chaos Digimon if you have the ability to. It's kind of crazy. This card just goes so crazy. This card goes crazy for obviously Machine Empire, but even regular Machine Digimon, if you're playing like your the standard Machine Digimon style that's currently being played before this, goes crazy for that deck too as well. Like you could do so much with this card. It's just fantastic.
If you are if you're a machine hater, you're about to really hate it when this guy hits the field. Like, sheesh.
Yep. And the last Machine Empire Digimon is the Mega Dramon. This card is fantastic. On play on Evo, delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. If this effect didn't delete, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Pretty solid effect. All turns when any of your Machine Cyborg or Machine Empire trait Digimon are played, you may activate one of his Digimons when digivolving effects. Psych, we're gonna redo it again. Oh man, it's so good. And then Inheritable is fantastic. End of attack by suspending the Digimon, delete one of your Digimon at the lowest play cost. So this allows you to continue your OTK plays, being able to unsuspend. It's just always fantastic for Machine Digimon.
Oops, killed my thing, unsuspend. Oops, Kapurimon effect.
We're gonna DNA, we're gonna do 2 more checks, unsuspend, do another more 2 checks. Like you just know the amount of combos you can do is just chef's kiss. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's wild.
And the last card is Metal Empire. Yep, Metal Empire. All turns, all your ME trait Digimon gain guard. So guard, we mentioned before, when any of your other Digimon would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects, by deleting the Digimon they don't leave. Main, add your bomb security, blah, 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 blah. So the main thing is the guard. So everything gonna give guard. Like we mentioned before, your Machine Digimon Ace is never dying. It should never die unless they just had the God stack and get out it somehow. Like it's just so protected in this deck. So overflow, you ain't worried about overflow. It's just fantastic to be able to have this ability as well on everything.
Definitely. Yeah, Metal Empire is shaping up to be pretty spicy, not gonna lie.
And mind you, there's so much cyborg and machine support previously that you can use that and add it to this deck to buff it up even more.
So we got to speed run the last little bit. We're running a little bit long here. I'll do Nature Spirits, and then you can do Deep Sabers.
Yep.
We got Angoramon here. So they knew that Nature Spirits and Deep Sabers were bad, and that the Ghost Game decks were bad. So they were like, let's just mash them together and we'll figure it out. Yeah. So Angoramon, the beautiful full art. He's gonna do he's your searcher. He's gonna add an Angora and an NSP trait, and then all turns he's gonna be +1k. Solid little searcher. Simbear Angoramon, if it'll come up for me here. There we go. You're gonna be able to play or use an Angoramon in its text or NSP trait card from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. Fantastic. You know, I was talking about this a long time ago, how we needed a way to get our field spells out for free. It's so nice that they finally gave it to us. So like,
yep.
This is really valuable. Again, +1k. Lamortmon. Lamortmon is a reboot blocker. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then de-digivolve one of their Digimon. Inherited effect, all turns when this Angoramon in its text or NSP trait Digimon wins a battle, burn your opponent's top security. Wins a battle, not deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle. So much better.
Yep.
Also, like Dan was saying earlier, we just had a big level 5 problem in the Nature Spirits deck. This Lamortmon is really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then finally, the GOAT Diarbitmon. I love this guy. He's such a cool design. He has Piercing and Vortex because the previous Diarbitmon just had worse Vortex.
Yeah, that's basically what it was, yeah.
Your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon until their turn ends. So get some immunity. Fantastic. On Evo, when attacking counter, one of your Digimon gets +3k until your opponent's turn ends, and then you get the Force of Battle. I love that green is doing this battle thing. Let's talk about Truskmore Advance, the option effect. Main, one of your Digimon may unsuspend, then suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon. 2 of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. This is awesome. I love the NSP stuff, and it honestly feels more like, I feel like the Angora deck was like almost there. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I'm excited to try it out and see.
It'll definitely help it for sure.
Yeah.
Same with NSP as well. It was just, the support will just help boost it. Where it'll land, who knows, but it'll help.
For sure. And then, of course, we got the Tamer. Finally, a good memory setter, Ruly. When one of your Digimon with Angoramon or NSP trait attacks by suspending this Tamer, activate one of the following effects below. You can evoke a level 6 or lower Angora or NSP. Really good to get your Eldradimon out if you're going to go NSP heavy. Or you may use an option card with Angoramon or NSP trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. Very nice. And then Dan, the girl.
Yep, my girl. Jellymon, finally back. We finally got some Jellymon support. Jellymon's good as your searcher, so it adds a Jellymon text and 1 card with DS trait. Being able to add more consistency to DS is good when DS is already probably the most consistent family deck, honestly, in comparison to the others of the old ones. And then inheritable when attacking. If you have 7 or less, you draw 1. Then trash 1 card, and trash 1 card in your hand afterwards. Pretty good. Keeps you at that number you want, so you always get that effect. Tesla Jellymon, not related to the owner of Tesla. Main, once per turn, you may play or use 1 card with Jellymon as text, or the DS tray from your hand with the reduced cost by 2. Same thing as the Angora and the Betelgeuse, as Gino had mentioned before. Being able to play your field spells for cheaper, always really good. Inheritable when attacking, draw 1, then your hand has 7 or more cards, trash 1 card in your hand. There's gonna be a reason why you want trash the cards.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna interrupt this program, this Jellymon program, to bring you Ghost-Gomon.
Haha, yes. That card is kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is a good card.
He's a DNA blue-purple plus a black-yellow. Blocker decode for your DS cards. All turns, once per turn, when a Digimon attacks by placing 1 DS trait Digimon card from your hand as this bottom source, Digimon one of your opponent's Digimon. After, if you have 0 or less memory, gain 1 memory. So you keep turning and whatnot. Really good if you're attacking with this, or anything as long as it's on board. Let's put it like that. And then inheritable opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to one of your DS trait Digimon. It's kind of crazy because the way DS works, you're going to climb up to all the way to your Aegisdramon, and then you're able to have this as inheritable potentially, and you have the all turns effect potentially on board at the same time. Like, you do a lot of shenanigans with this card. This card is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I love this guy. I'm a big DS enjoyer. As you guys know, I took it to an Ulti Cup once.
Yep.
This card is so good in stack or played out. I can't wait to play with this card.
Yeah, for sure.
This card's sick. Back to Jellymon programming.
Yep, we got Thetismon, pretty good card. Jamming on body, always really good. On play on Evo, you may trash up to 3 cards from your hand to you may trash up to 3 cards from your hand to one of your opponent's Digimon. Is that a period? That's a weird part for a period, but okay. To one of your opponent's Digimon, give neg 2k for the turn for each card that's affect trash. So you give neg 6 to something maximum, then return one of the Digimon with 5k or less to the bottom of the deck. Pretty good, honestly. So you could potentially kill something that's 11k on board. All turns, when the Digimon suspends by returning 3 cards with Jellymon and its text or DX trait from your trash to the bottom, this Digimon may unsuspend. So we continue that trend of, if anyone has ever played Jellymon in the past, they're always about bottom decking cards to do an effect. So it continues that trait. When unsuspended, it's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Great card. Good removal on a level 5 as well.
And final Digimon we got is Amphimon / Frozen Crystal. The option effect is pretty good. So main, trash any 4 cards under your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then you may return one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers without cards under it to the hand. Pretty solid. And then it's on Evo when attacking, counter, not once per turn effect. You may trash up to 3 cards in your hand, then to one of your opponent's Digimon, neg 4 until the turn ends for each card is trash. So this could potentially neg up to 12k on it. All turns with any of your Digimon with Jellymon text or the DS trait would leave the battle area by returning 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of the deck. They don't leave. So we just gave Fish protection. That's what this basically means. It's important when it comes to having Metal Siege 1 Ace on board. If you have this plus Metal Siege 1 Ace, you give the Metal Siege 1 Ace protection potentially, which is really good. That's something that they've always kind of needed. This card is just fantastic for if you just Jellymon.deck or even throwing this into DS. Fantastic cards to be able to use.
What about Frozen Crystal?
That's what I read. Frozen Crystal first. That was the first part I read.
Gotcha. All right, you went Frozen Crystal first. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amphimon is great. The Jellymon deck is fun as hell. So then you got your Tamer is going to sound very similar.
Kyoshiro. Yeah, they all read the same, honestly. Mem Setter. Then when one of your Digimon with Jellymon's text or DS trait attacks by suspending this Tamer, activate one of the effects below. You may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower card with Jellymon's text or the DS trait in the hand with the reduced cost by 1. Or you may use one option card with Jellymon's text or the DS trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. Really solid effect, honestly. Speed up the process of you getting to your Aegisdramon basically faster, being able to have that one cost reduction. Pretty good, I think, in my opinion.
I was just thinking about this. If you do the Aegisdramon play, Aegisdramon, the Plesio says DNA, then may attack. Aegisdramon's when Digivolving triggers first, plays out all the bodies, and then you can tap Kyoshiro to evolve one of your bodies for -1. That's very cool.
You sure can, because that's all in the mid of attacking, so you're able to pop off all that combo right there. Potentially get into another Melocidra, maybe the Amphimon. Who knows? This thing is really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. This set is dope.
For the preview. This is an awesome set. We've mentioned before how excited we are for this set. Very exciting times for Digimon. This set comes out by the time you see this, literally the day of.
It'll be out, yeah.
get your packs, get your boxes, go crack them open. Let us know what you pull. Let us know what you're excited for as well. For this set, it's gonna be a fun time. I think it's gonna be a great meta for when this set comes out. It's gonna be great times.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I love all of the family decks, and when they said there's gonna be a family set, I was like sold. And then we get all this awesome Shambala stuff on top of it. Like, what's not to love?
Downside, I feel bad for Wind Guardians because I think they got nothing.
Poor Wind. No, we got Giant Meat.
Giant Meat, but like, come on, like not even one card that works with them. Like, damn, poor Wind Guardian.
Sad,
they got no love in this set.
Next time, Wind Guardians.
For sure. With that being said, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, let us know in the comments section what you got, what you pulling, what you looking to grab as well from this set, and hit your boy up for an SP Ryugu if you pull it. Don't go crazy though, Anyways, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.